Okay, so I thought I'd do this one out. Folks doing a lot more work than you need to. Okay, so when I'm looking for the leading term and the degree of the polynomial, yeah, I'm going to get the right answer, the full answer. Actually, the answer to expand the polynomial, we have to go through all those hoops that you guys are jumping through. But all this question is asking us for is what's the leading term, what's the degree, and what's the leading coefficient or the leading term. So instead of expanding it all out, because if I know, let's see, is my pen working here? Yeah. So I know if I have x minus 3 squared, right? Doesn't that mean x minus 3 times x minus 3? And if I want to know what degree this is, I've just going to multiply the first. Well, let me expand this out because this one's fairly easy. So it's doable. So that's x squared. And then minus 3 plus another minus 3, minus 3x plus another negative 3x is negative 6x. And then, of course, we have negative 3 times negative 3 is 9. So I've got a second degree polynomial because the exponent's 2 and the leading coefficient's 1. And that's the leading term, that 1x squared. Now, what I want you to see is here, didn't I just really, to get this part of this, didn't I just use the first term? I just did the first part of that multiplication. I didn't deal with the rest of it. So when I'm looking at negative, negative 3x to the fifth, I know I'm going to multiply that by another negative 3x to the fifth. That's just going to be 9x to the 10th. Because remember, you add exponents. You don't multiply the exponents when I'm right, because it's x to the fifth times x to the fifth. And we have 5 x's, so we have 5 x's in the first one. Looks like you guys are having some trouble with this. 5 x's plus times another 5 x's. We add the exponents, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 10 x's here. So easy ways is you are adding the x to the fifth times x to the fifth. We add the exponents to get the x to the 10th. So that's the first term from that first binomial. Now for the next one, we can do the same thing. A negative x to the fourth cubed will be negative x to the 12th. And then the x plus 4, that's just the first power, so that's just the x. So notice we are interested in the 10, the 5, or the 4. We could care about those because we're looking for that leading term. So now I'm just going to multiply the coefficients. So 9 times negative 1 times 1 is negative 9. X to the 10th times x to the 12th, we add the exponents. So it's x to the 22nd. Oh, sorry, I missed the 1. So it's x to the 23rd. So that is the leading term. It is a 23rd degree polynomial, and the leading coefficient's negative 9. Okay, it's that easy. Hope you can handle this now. It's a great thing to remember. We don't always have to expand out everything.